One of the least known aspects of the UFO phenomenon may be the most chilling. With today's sophisticated computer technology and special effects, it's possible to fake a picture or alter video. But this modern technology hasn't always existed. We've uncovered startling new evidence that suggests that mankind has been visited since the beginning of recorded history. This is the oldest known picture of a UFO sighting. Or is it? The earliest recorded sightings occurred in Pakistan over 7,000 years ago. In this dramatic Stone Age cave painting, we can clearly see a human-like being wearing what appears to be a helmet, complete with antenna. In the background, we can see a classic saucer-shaped craft. Archaeologists discovered this 15,000-year-old cave painting in southern France showing disc-shaped craft flying over ritual hunting grounds. So many saucer-shaped craft were depicted, the archaeology team put together a catalog to illustrate the various shapes and sizes. In a Japanese cave painting, we see a large, luminous craft hovering over a crowd watching from below. Throughout the Middle Ages, we can also see evidence of similar flying ships. In some cases, the craft resembles saucers photographed in modern times. This fresco in a monastery in Yugoslavia shows a manned craft flying above the people below. This painting was found in one of the oldest churches in Russia. It shows two flying discs with on-looking faces observing the crucifixion. Much about man's oldest civilization, the Sumerians, remains a mystery, except that the remnants of their ancient culture inexplicably appears even today, and their preserved records show contact with alien beings. A recent crop formation found in England depicts two worlds in contact above the Sumerian symbol translated to read, "The nobles with their flying starships." As shown in these videotapes, most of these crop formations coincide with UFO sightings. In 1975, the first documented contact case took place in Switzerland. A farmer named Billy Meyer made international headlines by taking hundreds of photographs and filming 20 minutes of what some consider is the best UFO footage in the world. Edward Billy Meyer is the eyewitness in one of the most famous yet controversial UFO cases in history. He gained worldwide attention by going public with his alien encounters. Despite the clarity of his photos and films, they remain controversial because he claims to have been in contact with the alien visitors. On January the 28th, 1975, he had his first sighting in the Swiss countryside of Hinwell. According to Billy, he heard a low-pitched hum as he looked up to see a silver disc-shaped craft descending upon him. He was able to snap off a few shots with his camera. 1 month later, on March 8th, 1975, Billy photographed this ship moving along the tree line. This was one of the first UFO pictures to be analyzed by optical computer enhancement. An independent lab confirmed the photograph had not been altered and was considered genuine. March 29, 1976 marked the appearance of a new disc Meyer later referred to as a variation Type 4 craft. Shortly thereafter, Billy was able to obtain metal samples from one of his encounters. This electron microscope footage of the metal samples was part of an analysis conducted in the United States. Two laboratories independently confirmed the combination of metals were intricately machined, cold fused together, and could not have been produced here on Earth. Shortly after Billy's encounters began, he started to bring his 8mm movie camera with him and filmed several amazing sequences of hovering craft. Perhaps the most striking piece of evidence in the Meyer case is this film clip of a metallic disc hovering over a road below. In this daylight shot, we can clearly see the graceful motion of the metallic disc as two different cars drive directly under it. Yet despite Meyer's efforts and the hard physical evidence, skeptics maintained that the photos and footage were too good to be true. By April 4th, 1978, the contacts had stopped. Billy claims to have had a total of 105 sightings over the 3-year period. As we've just seen, it is possible for one individual to have multiple alien encounters, but when a city or entire country repeatedly witnesses alien craft, it's called a mass sighting. In 1991, Mexico City and the surrounding cities experienced the largest mass sighting in recent history. This extraordinary phenomenon continues even today. Without any warning, they appeared. On July 11, 1991, the world's most populated city was caught off guard. Cameras were rolling as amateur photographers videotaped a solar eclipse. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a disc-shaped craft appeared and hovered over the city for almost an hour. Its appearance marked the beginning of the most dramatic mass sighting ever recorded. Guillermo Arriguin from Mexico City was the first to come forward with this footage. When optically enhanced, it clearly reveals the rotating motion of the metallic disc. Meanwhile, 85 miles away in Puebla, a cameraman took this footage of a nearly identical craft. Split-screen enhancement shows the striking similarities between the two. Another witness filmed this craft. The computer enhancement reveals further details of the craft during the mass sighting. This footage was videotaped from the northeast section of Mexico City. Enhancement reveals a pulsating field on the lower half of the craft. Miguel Torres filmed this disc as it moved through the central part of the city. When optically enhanced, a corona discharge or burst of colored light can be clearly seen on the bottom of the craft. Of the 2,000 hours of videos taken, these 6 were picked for comparative analysis.